Hey guys, welcome back to Crest Magic. Today, this is going to be a tutorial on an amazing oil and water card trick that I think you guys will really enjoy. I haven't made a video in a while, but I'm back with another video, so without any further ado, let's get right into the performance. Alright guys, so for the performance of this trick, I have these cards. Some of them, they're mixed blue and red, kind of everywhere. So what we're going to do is take out about 3 blue cards, and we'll make them face cards so that we can know which ones they are, and 3 red cards, faces as well. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take these, and my spectator could take a look at all of them, make sure that they're legit, right? Show them to you, spectator, make sure they're normal. Okay, but we're going to set them aside, just like this, and we're just going to mix them one after another. So we're going to take a blue and a red, a blue and a red, a blue and a red, right on top of each other, and square them up as fairly as possible. Now, if you know what oil and water does, when they try and mix, they actually separate over time. So that's what we want these cards to do. And so we're just going to give it some time, and the cards will actually separate, just like that. So we'll just wait. Alright, that should be good. And then if we look, you can actually see the cards, the red has come to the top, and the blue have come to the bottom. They were mixed like this, but somehow they separated just like oil and water. Pretty crazy, I know. But what's even better is that all that time that we were focused on these cards, that actually gave the deck just enough time to separate out. And you'll see that the whole deck actually fixed itself, with the red coming to the top and the blue sinking to the bottom, just like that. That's the performance of the trick. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you want to learn it, stay tuned for the tutorial. Okay, so this is the tutorial for the trick that you just watched. I hope you liked the performance. Hope it fooled you. So, here's how it's done. What you're going to need is I would say about 9 or 10 blue cards and about the same amount of red cards so that you can do this trick. Most of the oil and water tricks that I have seen performed were with like the red and black cards, like these with the faces up, but what I wanted to do is change it up just a bit with the red and blue contrasting bicycle cards, so that's what I did. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to make the deck kind of seem shuffled. So you're going to take out 3, and this is all the setup, so you're not doing this in front of the spectator or anything. You're going to take out 3 blue cards, and then you're going to take out 3 red cards. And you want to make them so that they stand out. So there's no face cards in here except for these 3. And that's what I want. I want to keep these 3 and keep them out. So, and then you don't want any more face cards, and I'll tell you why in a second. So then you're going to do the same. I have 3 face cards in here. None of the others are face cards. You can set them aside. Then, in the blue, you're going to take the 3 red cards, and you're going to place them face down kind of randomly, just in the pack somewhere. And that'll kind of make it look a little bit mixed up, especially with this red. And then you're going to do the same with the blue. Just place them kind of randomly in the cards to make it seem mixed up. And then you're going to put the red packet on top of the blue. So now when you kind of shuffle it out at a glance, it looks really messed up. And that really puts it into their brain that this is just a random amount of cards that you just had, right? And it kind of makes it seem like a shuffled red, and you could even show it off like this, because really that looks shuffled. And what you could do as well is give it a few like fake shuffles. Messed up that, but then after you've shown them that, you can either go through the cards like this. If your spectator's in front of you, you can go through the cards like this and just pick out the 3 red cards that you set right there, and then they don't have to be face cards. And then you go to the red pile and you pick out all the blue cards, just like so. And now to the spectator, you've just gone out and picked a bunch of random cards that you wanted, and then you want to square this up, okay? So now the deck is already like completely fixed, right? But you don't want to show them that. You're just going to set the deck aside. They're not paying attention to the deck, but the deck is really the main like kicker of the trick. So then you can show your spectator your 3 black and blue cards, just like so. You can show, you would show them if they're in front of you. Show them like this, and then there's a secret move that you're gonna do when you're setting them down. So you want it to look like you just have these 3 and then you set them down like that, okay? But really what you're doing is you're gonna put your thumb on this card right here, the 3rd to last card, and then you're gonna put your fingers on this card. And so you have complete control of these 2 inner cards as shown. Then when you show it to your spectator, as this motion of coming down and setting the packets down, you're gonna switch these cards like that. And then you're gonna set it down. That's all in one fluid motion, so that now you've snuck a red card in the blue pile and a blue card in the red pile. So I'll go over that one more time. You have the cards like this, you show the backs to your spectator, and then as you're coming down, you switch out these 2 cards and then set them on the table. And at full speed, it should look like this, right? Just like you're setting the cards down. You don't want to make it a big, obvious thing. So after you've done that, you're just going to pick up, you want to do the red cards first. So you're going to do the red, and then you're going to say this is a blue, but really this is a red card that you snuck in. And another thing you could do, a little subtlety, is you can show the back, the red, the blue, the red, the blue, but you got to make sure that you're doing the right one. The red and the blue, just like that. And now it really looks to your spectator that you just mixed up all the cards. But in reality, you have already done this. But what I did in the performance was I did this, my patter really, about oil and water and how they separate. And that's how I did it. And their focus is not on the deck at all. It's about this. This is a cool little trick that you just did. It was pretty fun, right? And then you're gonna say, but this, yes, this was magical. This was crazy. But the thing about oil and water is that this deck has also separated, and you can build this up, and they'll be like, no way, no way. Because in their mind, they just saw it all mixed up, and then you took out cards. And then you can spread it out on the table and show that they've completely separated. The red has risen to the top, the blue sunk to the bottom, just like that. And it's an amazing trick. It gets really good reactions, and it's just a super easy trick to perform, I would say. There's only really 1 or 2 moves that you actually need to do. This isn't really impromptu though. You can't really just go out and do this. It's kind of a setup. But maybe if this gets a lot of attention, maybe I'll do a oil and water trick where you can do it impromptu. So that's about it for this card tutorial. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learn how to do this, and then you can fool your friends and family. Like and subscribe if you like the tutorial, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.